Hey guys, hope everyone is absolutely amazing today. I am going to pull a few cards to see what is going on in the collective. Let's see. Don't know if this is going to be a long one, a short one. We'll just happen to, we'll take a peek, see what's going on. What do we need to know today? Somebody's been in denial of the connection because of their insecurity, okay? They are insecure, big time. They wear masks, they hide their feelings because they don't want to be rejected, right? This emotionally felt very chaotic. I am feeling autism. Maybe for some of you, your person deals with autism, where things come at them extremely fast, and it can be very, very overwhelming. The depth of the connection, your energy may just be that it's intense. It comes as a wrecking ball, right? It comes to shut down all of the, if you're anything like me, I'm sorry, I'm having some trouble formulating. I'm kind of receiving a whole bunch of messages at one time, but if you're kind of like me and you're a Scorpio, we require a lot of death and rebirth, like transformation energy constantly, because if our life isn't going a certain way that we want it to, we will absolutely do whatever it takes to make the changes to make it better, right? We're on a constant path to make lives better for ourselves and for everything else. Our people around us as well, and we expect that of people around us too. So we're not going to settle in to an energy and just be complacent with it forever. We're not doing that. It has to move, it has to flow. But for this person, it was like either the wrong timing, or the depth of the connection was too much for them. It was too energetically intense. That's what's coming through. But they may have also pushed you away because they were afraid of hurting you or being hurt. Because this person could have been very chaotic, okay? They're unsure of themselves as far as maybe finances are concerned, or where they are in life. Maybe are a little bit more developed in the healing arena, or, work-wise, whatever, You may have more than them, and they feel like they're in a constant state of a fear of rejection. Like you're going to walk away no matter, like you're going to find that they are just not changing or not living up to expectations, and you're just going to leave. When you could have been extremely patient with this person. And they feel like they have to conform to please people, but what they don't seem to realize about you is that you don't require that. You want their authentic self. You want every bit of them, and you will love them as long as they're willing to develop, grow, mature, build, but they feel very unsure of their ability to build. Like maybe they've gotten to a certain point in life and it just feels like they're spinning their wheels because they can't dig themselves out of the hole that they've dug with the chaos that they have had. But the thing about it is, they're also terrified to take a leap in an unknown direction because they're scared to death to get hurt. Just afraid. That fear is keeping them extremely trapped in their own head. They overthink. But divine timing is at play. So, even if they pushed off this connection, like, nope, can't do it. They're watching. With this watching card, they may create fake accounts so they can stay up to date on what you're doing. They pretend like they don't care, but they're obsessive. They're obsessively watching, if you're online or if they can see you in public or whatever. They want to know what's going on. They probably feel like you are seeing other people, and maybe you are. Perhaps you are, but they're like, they don't want to lose you. They feel like I feel like almost like a heavy energy right now that is just like they're in a defeated mode. They're like, nothing I can do would ever measure up. I can't bring enough to the table to be with this person, is what it feels like. Like they have no confidence in themselves. They may outwardly feel or look to the outside world like they're very confident, and competent too, maybe. Maybe they don't feel competent to be able to do what is needed to make this work with you. They don't feel mature enough. They could be absolutely attractive, receive a lot of attention, is what I'm feeling. But on the inside, it's like a broken child that has been told over and over, you're not doing things right, you're not where you should be, you're not good enough. You know, always made to feel, I almost just want to, it makes me feel overwhelmed, like with tears. It's, sorry guys. But I feel like they're losing hope that there's ever going to be a resurrection in this situation because they just don't feel good enough. But divine timing is at play here, right? That may have been a bad time for this too. Maybe they chose a partner that was easy to control, right? That did not require them to grow. That was clingy on them because they wanted to feel needed. You know, they wanted to feel wanted, but it was such a... It was dysfunctional. It's the dysfunction that they were probably raised with, and they learned that that was normal. And even if they're 50 years old, doesn't make a difference. This person's never really had anything like what they had with you that was real, that was true. They couldn't believe that somebody like you would want them, you know, because they felt like it was too good to be true. You know, what you were bringing to the table was like, why would they want to give that to me? Why would they? I'm not worth that. There's always there's a really constant nagging feeling of unworthiness here. And it's just really sad. The heart chakra is blocked. The throat chakra is probably also blocked. There's such a sadness in here, though. It's overwhelming. I almost can't shake this. But they feel too, at the same time as all of the denial of a connection and their insecurity, something is shifting in them, even though there's this really heavy feeling of, I'm not good enough. The divine is pushing them towards doing the healing, doing the self-love. They may be looking up things online. They could be getting to the point where they're finally ready to go and talk to someone about, you know, this, to kind of get a different view of what is normal and what is, you know, when you don't have a good example growing up of what normalcy should look like or a healthy relationship should look like, because you're just surrounded by chaos all the time, it's really imperative to find somebody who can put things into perspective for you. And I feel like this person knows that it is time to seek advice, professional. They know they owe you an apology. They could have pushed you away, walked away, and they know they owe you an apology, right? They want to go on adventures with you. They see that your journey is amazing, and they want that for themselves too. But they also realize that at this point you have thrown boundaries. They value your charisma. They see that you're just exuberant and you exude all of these amazing things. They love your intelligence. They love the way that you look. You're beautiful to them, inside and out. I feel like this person wants to take you on dates with this reason to dress up. What else do we want to know? What else? Let's see. I want to get some more. I want to get more. You know what? I haven't used this other deck for a while. And I feel like, you know, even though this person could be completely charismatic, they're unsure of themselves on a deeper level. They could have all the charisma in the world and really light up a room and command a room, but they don't know how to use that appropriately. They could have been like really, you know, maybe they used that to their advantage, you know, to get over on people, is what I'm feeling like. They haven't used it for the best reasons in the past at all. What else do we need to know here? What else do we need to know about the collective's person, collective's situation? Oh, okay. Crap. Psalms could be important. Psalms, the Song of Psalms. Songs, musical connection. Again, guidance. This person knows that they need to discover who they are. They're having an awakening. With the Hermit, they're gaining understanding and getting guidance. They're going within because they know that it's time to discover what the truth is about how healthy relationships and whatnot should be. You are, okay, so with Psalms 91 and 7, 8 could be a big deal for you because this boils down to 8. 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. This situation is divinely protected. No matter what it appears to be on the surface, and the outward appearance isn't what is actually going on the inside. It's covered. This is covered by the divine. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him and he helps me. They're going within and they're praying about this. You know, they're seeking guidance. It could be spiritual guidance that they're seeking as well. Oh my gosh, that's another 8. If it boils down, 2 plus 8 is 10 plus 7 is 17. 7 plus 1 is 8. 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 7, 17. 7 plus 1 is 8. These are 2 8s. 8, you could be seeing 888. Justice. This person knows that they need to bring balance, fairness, moral integrity. They need to make a decision here. They need to make a decision, and they may not feel though that they have the stability to bring to you. You, like I said earlier, excuse me, throat chakra blockage. This person's been a fool and they know it. Proverbs 1 and 7. There's another 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. 888. You could have been seeing 888. This could be a number that is big for you. That is crazy. I'm going to show you these so you can see what I'm talking about. Add these numbers up. Add them up. 10 plus 7 is 17. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 2, I'm sorry, 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 7 plus 1 is 8. 888. That's crazy. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So they need to go within. They really do need to seek spiritual guidance and or emotional guidance. They need to go within and seek the God within. You know, the subconscious mind. They need to attack some of the things that they put in place to protect themselves that they're not keeping anybody safe. Between the ages of 0 through 7, or if you believe in past lives, or actually epigenetics, coming down the line from your descendants, there sometimes trauma's passed along. I was talking to someone important to me a while back about 9/11 and the effects that the children born after and around the area either by pregnant moms during the 9/11 attack or after, shortly after that, had become pregnant and had children. These kids had a very high rate of anxieties. So, I mean, things are passed along generationally through DNA. It's studied. It's proven and it's studied. So, somewhere between past DNA and now, past DNA and the age of 7 years old, we create these safety mechanisms pardon me for one moment, guys. We create these safety mechanisms that are faulty sometimes. Okay, so let me give you an example of things that aren't faulty. I'm not going to jump in the center of the pool because I can't swim and I might drown. That's good. Great safety mechanisms. Back in prehistoric times, I'm going to run from dinosaurs because they're going to eat me. These are important and imperative to keeping you alive. These are part of your subconscious mind's job, is automatic processes. Breathing, keeping you safe, your heart, your blood flow, everything that is automatic is controlled by the subconscious mind. So, in addition to the correct safety mechanisms that our brain creates, our subconscious mind creates, are also surrounded by things that are not helpful to keeping you safe. It's almost like, let's say this. If you were abused, right? And then someone would always come back and apologize later and say, "Oh, I love you. I'm sorry. I should never have done that." Your brain, your subconscious mind can create something saying that I only deserve love after abuse or after being harmed, and that's what's expected. I mean, that is the level of chaos that you grew up with, and this is this is what you're reasonably like. I'm only worthy of love after being harmed would be actually a little bit better of an example, right? So, when we have these in place, they can carry us through an entire lifetime of delusional beliefs that I'm going to wind up with a partner who's abusive towards me, and the only time that I am worthy of their love is after they've harmed me or hurt me. So we gravitate towards partners, or we call in partners that are abusive, mentally, verbally, whatever. And this goes men, women, doesn't matter. It matters not at all. We call in the chaotic partner that is going to be verbally abusive or even physically abusive, whatever, because this is what we feel is normal to us, right? So we create experiences. And do we deserve them? No. That's not what I'm saying at all. So don't misunderstand to think that because you were abused when you were a child that this is what you deserve as an adult. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we create a vibration that calls in that type of behavior because it's what we are used to. So it's time for this person to go within and figure out what these faulty belief systems are that has kept them safe, quote unquote, for those of you not actually watching but only listening, and replace them. Take whatever lessons were learned from this, store the lessons, and remove the belief and replace it with beliefs that are correct. I'm worthy of love, I am lovable, I am whatever the case. And there's a whole process for that. And I say all this to say because I am in school to become a certified hypnotherapist. And I will be offering sessions eventually. Not yet. After mid-September. But your person needs to go in and heal these things that have harm. I mean, they're setting them up for failure over and over again. And people just don't succeed. They'll go through their entire life with these faulty belief systems, and they might get a little, But it's always going to be some area that they're going to suffer in, you know? Always going to be, you know, either relationships or money or whatever. They're creating blocks in their life that are unnecessary if they would just heal the belief and just do the healing. And the healing's scary. When it's not something we're used to, it's frightening. And it could be boring. You know, when at first, when you're healing wounds, childhood wounding, being peaceful seems boring because the chaos is what we're used to. But after a while, you won't let anyone disturb your peace. Nobody disturb your peace. So let's see what else. Okay, this person knows they need to bring you truth, balance, and stability into this relationship if they're going to have it with you. But they need to go within to love on themselves some before they can do that, because they can't give you what they have not. You can only meet someone as far. There's a divine freaking timing in a different deck twice. Wow. Okay, let me show you what just popped out. Divine timing. Divine timing. Patience. Highest good for all parties. Divine protection. See, there's the divine protection too. What else did we say? We said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, the Lord is my strength and my shield. He's shielding. Both the Psalms 28 and 7 and Psalms 91 and 7 both talk about protection. This is being not only divinely timed, but is also divinely protected. But it's got to come in with God's will and synchronicity and alignment. It's got to be aligned, because if it is not aligned, then it's not going to come in. But what is going to be required is this person getting out of the illusions. Wow. What was I just talking about? Subconscious mind. Sub-freaking conscious mind. They need to get within. I love it. Oh, that makes me... This has been an extremely emotional reading for me. I love the confirmations. They're absolutely amazing. Sorry, guys. I'm a Scorpio. I've got lots of placements and a Cancer moon. I'm a mess. So, they need to put down the illusions, the fantasy. They need to tap into their intuition. And what I'm thinking about, this person could be extremely intuitive, but this piece of them could have been shut down by a family member. Oh no, that's not of God. That's not of this, but that is of God. It is absolutely of God. It's a gift. Intuition is a gift. But you know what? They probably have dreams about you. They're being called by God to do the work. The spirit, by spirit, the divine, God, whatever you want to call it, whatever you resonate with. They need to get with their subconscious mind and work through these issues. So, let me see if I can get... Let me see. Bear with me 1 minute. Let me see if I can get any indication of what they're going to do, because I would like to know. Inquiring minds would like to know. So what is this person going to? 10 of Cups. They're going toward their 10 of Cups. They want family harmony and emotional stability with you. That's what they're going to do. They have to get out of this Knight of Wands behavior, but this is actually not always a player card. Sometimes it's immature sometimes, but they need to rebel. It's also rebellious energy, but it's fast-moving rebellious energy. They need to rebel against people, places, and things that are no longer in alignment, that represent the past version of themselves, and they know they need to do that in order to move toward the 10 of Cups. But when asking what they plan on doing, they plan on moving towards, with urgency, their 10 of Cups. But remember, timing is going to be completely different for everybody, and the thing is, they need to either they need to be starting on the journey of healing. They can't come in shady. They can't come in crappy. If nothing's changed, nothing's changed. So you need to be aware of red flags when they come back, because it's not about if, it's about when. but they need to be doing the work. They need to be prepared to start to do the work. Plain and simple. So I hope that this has been helpful for you today. It was a pretty amazing reading. I love it when Spirit is like, you're on the right track, and it points it out and brings it all out into... All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.